Okay. So yeah, we'll get into this. This is going to be a best of 5. No best of 7 today, unfortunately. We'll get into that in just a moment.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going? We're live, just so you know. Are you on StarCraft right now?
Yeah.
Oh, oh there you go. Oops. Okay, so Apotheosis.
Oh, we're already in this. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. So the first map, Paradise Lost.
Yep, they've already banned their maps, with Nano banning Apotheosis and Fizben banned Judgment.
Okay.
Alright.
So is this a different map pool, or are they just banning random?
I have a different map pool for it. I'll link you the map pool.
Okay, thanks.
Sent it to you on Discord.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is gonna be fun because I know both the players, so I kind of have a good idea of kind of what to expect. But we will see. I don't know Fizben's ZVT technically, but I have a good idea of probably what it'll look like. So, I think even though Nano did get the promotion recently, so shout out to Nano. But I think this will be a pretty good fight.
Yeah. This will definitely be, I think, a nice kind of battle of mechanics versus strategy. I feel like Fizben has a bit better. Yeah.
This is working. Oh no, you're muted.
Am I muted?
Fuck.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. I was talking earlier, right?
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good. There's always some audio issue somewhere.
Okay. So the first map, I forgot what the name of this is.
Paradise Lost.
It's been so long. Paradise Lost. It's been so long. Okay, it's this map. So ZVT, this is gonna be interesting because the Zerg's gonna have pretty easy 3 bases right away. But the proximity, the rush distance is pretty close, so this might favor the Terran here.
Yeah. Especially like if we see all these bases down near the bottom, I feel like these are almost like free bases for a Terran in a very late game scenario if it happens to go that long. I don't necessarily think it will, but
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll introduce our players. So we have here spawning up in the right side of the map in the purple. It is Nano.
And in the top left, representing the Zerg races everywhere, all the Zergies. Putting on the pool versus Fizben. I didn't see a hatch, so he might be scared about this like map or something, or thinking something that Nano might do something, but he hasn't expanded yet.
Right, Shortland just gave me like 5 cents for bits and asked for nudes. Wow. Thanks, Shortland. Alright. Yeah, this is a very short rest distance.
Yeah, and Nano does SCV scout, so he sees it.
This could be pretty annoying. I'm not sure if you ever do like those builds where you just send like 4 Zerglings over like immediately and try to cancel the CC. But
that's kind of what I was thinking. But
yeah.
I think, honestly, I think it's just a safety thing. Because I mean, the fact that now Nano knows what's going on, the chance that Fizben's gonna actually get anything done is very low.
Yeah.
But so Fizben will get a fast queen. It's just gonna be a matter of. And you know, Nano is expanding behind this, but and he is gonna get the Reaper.
Yeah. The like distance towards the natural is pretty like straight, which really kind of doesn't allow you to sneak Zerglings around the Reaper. So it looks like even Nano's gonna keep his Reaper here, which is a good idea actually. Just making sure that the Lings don't come in and cancel the CC, because that is really annoying as a Terran player.
Yeah, so Fizben's going for Roaches. He hasn't gotten Roach or Link speed yet. He is getting it now. But the Roach one will finish soon, so he'll be able to make some defensive Roaches. And So, since it is so small, this might favor some early game roach play.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So here a Ling with 4 HP.
Yeah.
Going to town. Get him.
And the SCV does finally arrest that Zergling. But some more Zerglings coming over here, and they're gonna kill both of these SCVs.
So Fizben, this is what I'm saying, is Fizben actually did make use of the early pull. So this is actually doing tons of work right now.
Yeah, like, this is really good. That was pretty unfortunate for Nano to lose his Reaper so early on in the game.
Oh no. And actually, I think this is something that Nano has a problem with, is sometimes he goes in tilt, and he loses maybe too many SCVs.
Yeah, I would say...
Because how many SCVs did he lose? He lost at least... He lost 2, I think.
Yeah, he lost 2 there at least, and he also lost a Reaper, which is a huge deal, I think.
Yeah.
And you already see him kind of like... Okay, never mind. He does put down the starport and the reactor. So he's going for a very standard 2-on-1. And this is very characteristic of the way Nano likes to play this game. He is a very methodical, mechanical player.
And on the other side of the map, we got the Roach Warren is complete, as I said, and he's already going to the lair. So he's going to get Roach speed. He's still on 2 bases, Fizben, so... and he's only getting maybe 1 extra gas. So I think this is going to be just a pure Roach number... like kind of get Roach speed and pushing the attack once Roach speed is done.
Yeah, and as you're saying, it's such a short rest distance, this can be very good. 3 Roaches coming up here to the front immediately, actually.
Yeah.
Gonna pick off the supply depot and see what else they do. Yeah,
so this does kind of reveal the Roach tech, and so the element of surprise now kind of is gone, but he still is getting work on these 3 SVs. And again, like, do you really need to pull SCVs there? Like, you should have the SCVs go back to the mineral patch pretty soon, right after that, right?
Like, I feel like...
do pretty good against Roaches.
Yeah, like, if he had just kind of, like, pulled the damaged Marines back, I feel like he really could have just handed those Roaches and pretty much not lost many units, if any. Yeah. You know, slow Roaches are very easy to deal with, but, yeah, just not necessarily choosing the right thing.
Actually, Fizben is doing the mind game build. So he's already got a Spire halfway done, and he is taking a 3rd. So he may switch into Ling Ling. He may get a Baneling Nest, I don't think so. But Mutas, when you're not prepared for it, this is going to do really well.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a mind game build, because he showed Roaches, didn't really invest in the Roaches. Now switching into Muta really fast.
Yeah, and that could really catch Nano off guard, especially because after seeing those Roaches and... kind of having, you know, a couple attempts at early aggression come at him, he's probably feeling a bit on edge here. Like, okay, what's Fizben going to do to me? But it's just going to be a standard macro game, and those mutas can really catch you off guard.
Yep. But now, finally, the drop is headed across the map, so Terran is going to try to get some damage done. But the timing of the Spire, so the Spire is done, so mutas will be, hopefully, being morphed. He hasn't morphed them yet. Right,
6 on the way now.
6 on the way, yeah.
Nano's getting caught on one of the air blockers.
So Fizben has some Lings in his natural, but he's not really prepared for the drop.
Yeah, and 7 Marines versus 7 mutas is a very good fight for the Marines.
Yeah, so here we go.
Yeah, these Marines all drop out here, and this is at a pretty bad spot for Fizben. A decent number of Zerglings, but I don't think they're going to be able to clean up all these Marines. And the 70 mutas come, and they're going to trade very poorly versus this.
Yeah. So the Stim Marine's doing really well. And Fizben not microing. Like, you got to pull the mutas back, save all that gas you invested.
Yeah, when you go for mutas, they have always been a very, like, micro-intensive unit. Like, you need to use good micro to make them work, pretty much. And, yeah, Fizben losing a lot there. Pretty much losing any edge, I would say, he had in this game.
And his minerals are spiking. He hasn't built any units. He's building 5 drones now. He still hasn't built any roaches. He is going to get roach speed completed soon. And the 3rd base did survive. Like, the fact that Nano chose to go to the main, I think, might say something. You might think that that was the weak point. And it kind of was. He got a lot of work done.
Yeah, especially with how big the airspaces are on the main. Like, definitely a good drop location.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And now Fizben's kind of prepared and has some links pulled back by his lair. And now switching into triple. Is this true? No, Baneling Nest and double Evo.
Yeah, I thought it was triple bending. That's for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay.
Like I've never seen triple of one building.
So, but he hasn't remade the mutas. Sometimes, like that's the problem. Is sometimes you forget to remake the mutas. So, like even right now would be a good time to remake some of those mutas.
Yeah.
Just to get some of these drop ships taken care of.
Even losing, I think it was the 4th base. I don't think that was canceled. These air blockers. Right. Yeah, Fizben's been floating quite a bit of minerals for some time. Hopefully he can, you know, inject some more. Yep. Maybe build an extra hatchery or two.
Yeah, the macro hatch is going to be at its natural, and it's going to complete soon, so that's really good that you noticed that. And he's actually taking all his gases now, going full bling muta. He needs centrifugal hooks, though, so Baneling speed is really late now. When you do this kind of tech switch stuff, it delays a lot of these upgrades. Because he really needs Baneling speed right now if he's going to actually make Banelings.
Oh, we have a Ling run by actually into the natural here. Let's see how many of these can pick off.
Yeah. And Nano is mixing in Widow Mines.
Yeah.
I think Widow Mines would do really good here, but unfortunately it's not burrowed by added natural.
Yeah. That medevac actually saved like 2 SCVs at least there. Alright, looks like Fizben's just going into Corruptors now rather than remaking the meters.
Okay.
Which I think that's an okay choice.
Yeah, yeah. And Nano does have a small squad ready to pressure the 3rd, but I don't know what he's waiting for. He might be trying to time this.
Oh, and yeah, you see this not split very well, but that's a lot of Banelings going down on the tank.
Yeah, just for the tanks. That doesn't see. That's what I mean. You need Baneling speed, especially off creep. Just a little bit of going off creep is an overextension.
Yeah. And still, Nano's picking away quite a lot of units here, but still, I don't feel like it's worth trading these units currently. Because he's going to lose a lot of these medevacs here at least.
And he's still being a little cavalier with the Corruptors. He's going to lose the Marine stem underneath the Corruptors. They're going to take out all. Nice target firing. I think that's a good choice, taking out those Queens so they can't transfuse.
Yeah. Some more Banelings coming down. Not
but
the
still,
greatest.
He doesn't have Baneling speed.
Yeah.
I think the Terran's going to be able to overtake it right here. Going right into natural. Getting the mine down. There's another hatch in the
60 Zerglings on the way at least.
Yeah. But no the upgrades aren't going to finish in time.
No, +1 Marines are
yeah.
too good.
So the mind game build didn't really work out. It kind of just delayed everything. And the standard Nano build worked really well. If that first kind of failing.
Yeah, Nano's not researching combat shields actually, but I guess with how well his macro's been going, he probably won't need them.
Yeah. Like right now, he's probably happy just microing, knowing that he's going to take down all his shit. But the Banelings.
Yeah, can they be Fizben's saving grace?
No.
Nice.
Oh wow,
nice split there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finally, +1 round or melee attacks is finished for the 3rd player, so he'll be in a bit better of a situation. Sorry.
Yeah.
But still, he's lost quite a lot of units. Supply's not too different, actually. Like the Terran player's up 30 supply, which isn't a huge amount. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty tough. A lot of Roach Ravager coming in here, gonna pick off a lot of units here. Oh my god!
Aren't really doing anything.
And Nano just lost a lot of units there, and he's gonna lose.
The Corruptors are trying to deal with Liberators.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got nothing in those medevacs, so he's got some rallied Marines coming across, so this should clean up the roaches, and he's got mixing Marauders now.
Yeah.
So Nano's really doing good with his macro.
And if you look at back home, like Nano's 3rd base is set up, setting up his 4th base. Yeah, really just doing a good job making sure he has enough barracks.
For Nano, this was his pick.
Yeah, it was my pick actually. They each banned one map, and then they said, "Sig, you picked the first map," so I just chose this one.
So this looks like a good bio map for Terran.
Yeah.
Just drop happy. The main, like if you think about it, the main is really easy to drop, and that's right where Nano went to.
Alright, so that 4th base does get picked off again.
Yes, so this is the problem, is when you try to use roaches like defensively like this, or they're really inefficient against Thin Bio.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have upgrades. Like, the thing is, he's going into Ling upgrades.
Oh,
still.
shit. That was a huge corrosive bile, actually. But still, like, Nano's macro has just been at this point where he can almost, and I'll say that almost, you know, not micro, but still.
Okay.
Terran is a race that you really need the
Ravagers
macro with to get your units
probably
going.
a little OP. Ravagers kill everything. Oh,
Yeah.
but there's still mines burrowed everywhere. I think I'm probably a little ahead of you or something. Do you notice that?
Oh,
Somehow. Or at least the stream. Is the stream on a delay? The stream is probably on a delay.
Just a slight delay.
Okay. Yes. So the gold base, I didn't think about the fact that this map has gold bases. But Nano's taking full advantage of all those gold minerals. He can do whatever he please, pretty much. Because I don't see the Zerg coming back. He's trying to take a fourth.
Yeah,
This is, think about, where do you take an expansion now? Like, the first 3 bases are easy, but then you're pushing towards the Terran.
yeah, it's going to be really tough. Even though Nano's been, I would say, trading pretty poorly with his units, like, he's still a superior macro and has more bases. So it doesn't really matter at this point. And Nano scans that 4th base, and we'll probably start heading towards it once he gathers all his units.
So to make Nano happy, he has, let's see, I'm going to try to count how many barracks he has. He has 8 barracks. 2 factories, 1 starport. And he's just massing them. But he's got tons of tech labs on the barracks, so he's making lots of marauders.
Even going to pick off this other base. Ew, ouch. Those infestors getting shooted by the, what's it called?
So
Liberator.
global file. So again, the Roach Ravager.
Yeah. Like, Fizben's killing all these forces, but every time he kills a force, like, Nano just has an entirely new one ready to go.
And now finally Fizben realizes that there is a gold base to it, so he's trying to take a ninja gold. He's probably going to transfer all these drones. Like, I don't know if he's going to actually remake his Nexus, or remake his hatchery there. And then the Terran's pushing the gold base. So he's actually already sniffed this out.
We have the first
yeah,
two
Fizben's
ultras.
gonna be really screwed if none of these bases actually gets established.
Fizben has like the required tech out that he needs. He just needs the economy to afford that tech.
Yeah.
And versus all these liberators already, like, never where you want to be. Losing even more resources to not canceling that base. A lot of liberators actually just died there, but still, so much bio in the field.
Yeah. Okay, finally a hero ultra. Oh no, but the infestors, oh no.
And the hero ultra gets one swipe before he's,
Yeah.
his luncheon comes to an end.
Kill the base. And he didn't take his natural third. So he's basically dead after his hatchery dies. And he's got no money. He was floating so much money in the mid game, and now he's got the Zerger's mark.
Yeah, this is this is gonna be not a fun game for Zerg players to watch. It'll probably be shedding quite a tear.
It's okay. I'd be cursing the map afterwards. I'd be like, F this map. Screw this. Terran Nimba. Terran Nimba. Look at this. What do you do? No. It's definitely a numbers game. Like, he did, I think the mind game, like, we'll see in the next map if he does it, kind of, Fizben does something different. Kind of probably more standard.
Yeah, and GG's called. Looks like game 1 will go to Nano in this best of 5.
GG. Terran Nimba. And Nano winning the APM war. Good job.
What was Nano's APM? 163.
160.
Pretty good. Good job, Nano. Okay, one sec. I just have to go unlock the door so my friend can come and grab his bag.
No, I think actually from thinking about that game a little bit, I think Fizben actually looked better doing the Roach Ravager Infestor thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if he tried that next game. Oh, you're probably getting this all shit set up.
Yeah, what's that? Alright. Yeah, I do really expect Fizben to go into that Roach Ravager play. Fizben seems to be kind of playing like a bit out of the meta. From what I've noticed for all his ZVTs, like he kind of plays his own style. More so playing a style that we see near the start of Legacy than what we currently see. Normally I find you see Zergs more opting to go for like kind of like mass laying into later tech. Just trying to stabilize in that early game and then, you know, do like transition to that like game a bit better once they've stabilized.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fizben really opting to go for that quicker tech.
The problem, like, Zerg is supposed to be good at tech switches, so kind of the theory makes sense, but when you do it early on in the game, when you don't have a lot of resources, it ends up taking away from, like, your mid-game mass army, whatever you're going for. So in the end, it hurt his roach numbers. Like, if he had more roaches, he could have defended way easier.
Alright, getting into game 2 here. So, up here in the top left, we have in the orange, it is Fizben.
And in the bottom right, dun-dun-dun, hailing from all inspiration, it's Nano.
Alright, can't remember what the fuck the... Oh, there it is.
Okay. So this map. So everyone kind of knows this map. It was a ladder map for at least 2 seasons, I think, right?
Yeah, this is definitely, I'd say, one of the more prolific maps for Legacy of the Void.
Now, for ZVT in particular, I know if Terran does the same build, he's going to have a lot of success. Because you can drop on the net or in their main and then quickly lower and drop their third base, which is something that is really annoying to deal with. So I think Nano might just be thinking the same thing.
I don't think we're going to see any drops.
Oh, no, we're not?
Just yet.
Oh, no. Because I forgot that this was also a big Reaper map.
Yeah, and Nano's taking some inspiration from Manny. Gonna go for those Mass Reapers.
So he's the first one that's really going to put the cheese on. It's happening. Okay, so full 3 racks, 1 gas. At what point do you get the second gas?
Normally you're supposed to get the second gas between barracks 2 and 3, but that's if it's proxied, I believe. He might just be going for like some Reaper pressure into an earlier fast CC.
Yes.
Maybe cutting the Reapers after 5.
Yeah. Now Bjorn used to do this build and crush with it. But he has really good micro.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to see the micro of the Terran player.
Yeah, and micro I would definitely say is one of Nano's weaker points of his play. But that's normally when he's trying to macro at the same time. Like you kind of see him not paying attention as much. So we'll see what happens here when Nano's doing a build that basically only relies on micro. And not looking so good.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah,
he was too busy doing something else, obviously. Okay, so those 4 lings just won the day, and now that they're gonna see the second Reaper, they're gonna know what's up, and the third Reaper. So now Fizben knows what's going on, and he's already got the Roach Warren completed, so he could actually make a Ravager or 2, and be perfectly fine. He's still getting link speed, so that'll cut into his gas. He won't be able to make. Oh, he's making 6 roaches too, though.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, he's fine.
If he makes any of these into Ravagers, he's 100% safe, but just with these roaches, he's like 90% safe.
Like, this build definitely works really well with the element of surprise.
And 3 roaches is going to pop out here immediately.
Yep. And for
Yeah.
me, I don't normally build the Roachborn this early, so Fizben kind of was already building Roachborn anyway, and it just happened to defend against
Yeah,
exactly
so
this.
pretty lucky for Fizben in this game.
Yeah.
Alright. So the Reaper's going to run up into the main, and it looks like those 6 roaches are going to head towards Nano's base and try to maybe get some reinforcement kills. Oh, Nano's going to lose another Reaper in the main base here, 2 even. Yeah, really not, as I said, like the most stellar micro from Nano. Definitely more of a macro player, I would say, but he is
Now,
getting some drones.
do you know if this is something he normally does, Nano?
I've never seen Nano Fury X Reaper before. I don't know if he does this on ladder, but
I bet he did it just to screw with Fizben.
But I mean, the map pool the past
Or just
couple
to screw with
seasons has been pretty tough for Fury X Reaper play, I would say. So not really something that most players would use on ladder, I think. This bunker just barely getting denied here by these 6 roaches, and I think this might be game actually, as these roaches are going to be camping Nano's production.
And he does get the successful the Grimoire, so the
And,
red is going to kill
good game.
everything.
Oh.
GG.
Fizben's
So
taking it back.
1-1. Now that's the problem when cheese fails. That you're stuck at 1-1. And now, so who picks the next map?
So this will be Nano, since I am doing user pick.
Okay.
Okay, Fizben wants a 3-minute break.
Okay. Emperor's Shield. I like the name of that. Is that the map?
Yep. It's a map I found while shifting through the Team Liquid map forums.
Oops, I think I screwed up. I was trying to close the other thing.
Yeah, we're probably going to be waiting for Fizben anyways, so... Alright, yeah. I feel like, Nano definitely has the upper hand in this series. I mean, we can just look at the ranks and say, like, oh, like, Nano's Diamond, he's gonna win. But I do feel like his macro is a lot superior to Fizben's. And when you're talking about 2 lower league players, I definitely feel like macro's one of the more important things.
Now, to give the Zerg the credit, in that first game, I was really impressed with the fungals. So I think Fizben, he has the micro, but it's the macro that might be questionable. Because technically, the build choice that you choose is a macro decision, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, when he went in that first game, when he decided to do the kind of mind game build, that was his decision. And yeah, I think Nano's really good at doing kind of like the problem is that it's almost too standard. He's got just the right number of liberators, just the right number of medevacs, and he knows when to mix in marauders. I'd like to see him do like Ghosts one game or something. He did do Reapers, so I'm happy.
I guess
I am happy. I've been satisfied. But Ghosts too. I want to see him with Ghosts. He probably would screw it up.
Oh, with ghosts?
Yes.
Yeah. Ghosts are like so annoying to use. I hate using ghosts.
Nuclear launch detected.
Okay, one sec.
And I think actually Ghosts used to be really important in ZVT, and now not so much because ultras aren't so good anymore.
Yeah, okay. Is Fizben ready?
I used to love seeing really good Ghost players.
Yeah, it's Ghost is
Nice
so
smacking
like
ultras, so they're like butter. It's like so gross.
yeah, it's really nice when you have someone who can use them, but yeah, really hard like I'd say transition point for a lot of Terrans to make. Okay, so I guess we'll start now. Both players have said they're ready, I believe. Yep. Alright, so back in the things. On Emperor's Shield, it's tied up 1-1.
Now I think this might be another kind of like the first map where it's gonna be. Is it? It's 2-player spawns, right? So it's
Yeah.
no matter what.
So top left, top right. This is going to be another map that's very good for drops. In a sense, because like the air distance is very close. But if Fizben can use that right, I think he can.
Yeah,
sorry.
and I'm actually gonna pay close attention to Fizben because I want to see what he does different. He's like kind of part of the mind game. If you're gonna do a mind game build, you have another build that kind of looks like it. That's probably more standard. And I think probably Fizben's just gonna do something more standard, so I'll get to learn how he plays ZVT.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I screwed it up.
It's fine. All right.
In the top right corner, Fizben.
And then top
in.
left, we have Nano.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm kind of out of it. But hopefully I'll get better as this series goes along. I'm not warmed up for costume.
Yeah. So he is doing the same thing he did game 1, where he's gonna do cool gas then hatch.
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah.
not necessarily the best choice for Fizben to consistently do, because as we like talked about all the time, like Nano's a very strong macro player, and I feel like like as Zerg, you're just kind of putting yourself behind if you play safe.
But if you
Versus a
think
macro
about it, when you
player.
do this build, you're sacrificing two drones to build structures.
Mhm.
So right now he only has 16 actual drones mining, and then you have 19 SUVs on the Terran side. And with mules coming up soon, like once you get it to the orbitals are so OP. So you have to have tons of drones to compensate.
Yeah, or we could look at it the other way around. The hatcheries are so OP, and you need tons of mules to compensate.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Just build hatches everywhere.
Yeah, but this will be like yeah, as you were saying, like with Fizben kind of going for the safer choice. I think it's actually like not the safer choice in the style of play.
Especially if like if you think about that last game, he just 3-racked Reaper rushed you, and you defended it fine.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to do it. It's okay. But my thinking is that this is probably his build, and he's probably used to it. So it's like he's probably just thinking, I'm gonna do my build. And if it's that way, he's got something he's comfortable with.
Yeah, I guess it's true if you know you're just consistently been using one build, and the matchup like might as well stick to it. But this game, I think, if you get some roaches out, that could be a bit more handy because it looks like we're gonna see some Hellions here.
Yes, but the sneaky lings sneak by to the nat, but there is no nat, so he's not going to deny the SUV.
Yeah.
Or oh, that's because it's in the back natural.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. Oh, I gotta realize.
Yeah. The
Yes, I can find the SUV.
back natural on this map only has one gas and like 3 less mineral patches, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 less.
Okay, so Fizben's doing the same thing where his Roach Warren's already done. His ling speed will complete at some time. He hasn't built a second queen yet. He only has 1 queen. This might be an all-in. He's just going ham with roaches.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
9 roaches.
And versus okay, I thought this was going to be
Hold on,
Hellions,
yes.
but we do see a tank coming out here for Nano. So Nano's going to be in a
The
pretty
tank
good
will
spot.
be really good, yeah. If he was going Hellions, this would crush it. So for some reason, maybe this map, because if you get the base, extra base, you might as well make a tank, right?
Yeah.
Like that's such a safe natural. So yeah, and Fizben's just gonna make tons of units. He hasn't made a second Queen Edge natural. This is like such an all-in. So this is probably something that he's practiced. The problem is he doesn't have enough gas to make a lot of Ravagers. And he probably might just need, there's only one, could be enough for maybe 1 or 2 Ravagers.
Yeah, and that's definitely not enough to pick off the tank before the tank does way too much damage.
And he's already out of gas if you look at the resources.
And that Ravager goes down before it even gets off across the bile. And all these units coming in here, bad.
Now, as a Terran, do you just might do target fire onto the Ravager with the tank?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
That's what I would have done, I guess. But like,
yeah, it still works. It crushed everything.
Yeah, 12 kills on that tank.
Yes. Tank OP, Terran Imba.
Yeah, this would be the point where you scan their main and then drop a mule.
Okay, so Fizben still he's getting a third now, so this wasn't completely all in.
Yeah, but he's pretty far behind on drones. He's really gonna have to rely on Nano playing like really passive if he wants to stay alive in this next bit here. And we see Nano is getting 2 E-base and a 3rd CC up, so I don't think we're gonna have too much aggression coming out here. So it is possible for Fizben to eke his way back in.
Yeah. Now, a couple of things I'd like to see on Fizben's side, like he needs to get the macro hatches down faster. Like the macro hatches are so good at getting rid of excess money, and he needs to get the creep spread more towards the Terran base. He does a good job of kind of connecting the bases, but he needs to get it presence out on the map and get the creeps forward in front of his bases.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess it'll depend. I think Fizben's probably going to stick with Roach Ravager this game because he already has that Roach War and he's committed, you know. But he does have a lot of links out. I'm not sure, like... Yeah. Okay, it looks like he's going to be going for more Roaches, so probably going to be, like, Roach Ravager with siblings.
Yeah.
But so, as you were saying, like, spreading that creep is so important, especially versus a player that's, like, not microing as well as it could be, like, Nano. Just like creep spread allows Zerg a lot more flexibility in, like, engaging Terran armies. And, just delays pushes for so long.
Yeah. And waste, so basically takes away a mule every time you scam.
Yeah.
And for Fizben, the other thing that I like he has going though is that he's got the overlords. So if you see where his overlords are, he's kind of ready for a drop. So I think he's ready for the drop this time. He's gonna mentally prepare around now, or whenever when the drop would occur.
But looks like Nano's content to just like sit back and play it safe. Like, look at that production tab. it's I have like the thing up at the top where it has like the names, and it's like protruding into that. So much going on.
Yeah. So, like for you, what would you do for the Terran? Like, would you add a second factor yet, or like is he just doing fine?
I think like you're fine off one factor for quite a while. Like, you have the option to add in a second factory. At this point in the game, what I would do that I don't see Nano doing is just, like, dropping around the map and just, like, trying to deny creep or, like, pick off a couple Zerglings here and there. But if you're not very confident in your multitasking, it's not something I recommend. Alright, so he's going to head across the map now. He has about 4 tanks in total, I believe. And a lot of Marines. And all of his upgrades are going to be finishing soon here. Combat Shield, Stim will be done momentarily. And Combat
So
Shields.
we'll have Carapace finishing kind of alongside Stim.
Yeah,
so that will kind of help.
With only Lings and Roaches, if Nano sets up a good position, this will be really hard for Fizben to engage into properly.
Yep. And he's actually going a long way around with his army, so this is really good by the Terran. Because Fizben doesn't really see it. He has no idea, actually, that they're on the watchtower.
Yeah.
He's just sitting with his mass army, kind of waiting.
And Fizben really needs to pull back his army, or else he's going to take a lot of damage. Yeah. Okay, yeah, not the greatest time to engage, I think, but these tanks are in siege. That's a lot of +1 Marines, though.
Yeah. And then with the vision blocker, like, think about this, sieging right behind the vision blocker. That's so OP. now with roaches that are kind of short range anyway.
Yeah, he traded a lot of
yeah.
lings there for not really much.
Yeah.
Picked off one siege tank, I think, and weakened a couple other ones. But yeah, Nano's already in, or sorry, Fizben was already in a tough spot this game. I don't think he could have afforded any more setbacks. And these tanks sieging up here on creep are gonna blow up all these roaches trying to come out of the hatchery. And yeah,
Yeah, so again, Simba versus the roach. Not
Yeah.
gonna work out too good. No.
roaches are I don't think ever a very good like tech option when you're behind.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of a numbers game whenever you go for roaches. There's not like an insane amount of like, let's say, unpredictable things that happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is going to be really tough. Drop overlords coming in now.
So I think having more Ravagers, so I think if he had more Ravagers, Ravagers are kind of a good answer to the tanks. Especially now that you can't pick them up.
Yeah.
But Fizben's trying to actually do a roach drop. Thinking next level.
With
He's gonna go right up, but it's all gonna die in the overload. Oh no.
Rip.
Oh no. Oh no, it's okay.
It was a good try. I appreciate the effort.
So 2-1 lead for Nano.
Okay.
Be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Thunderdome. Was that good, guys? Was that good? Did you hear that one?
Yeah. Okay, next map.
So are you like coaching Nano, or like what do you think? Because I mean Nano's really good, right?
Yeah.
But what does he need to get to the next level?
Per
That's what I want to know.
per se, I think it's mostly his micro. Like, there's a couple like basic kind of like micro-ish things you can do that aren't necessarily like, I would say, that difficult, but it's just like you have to get used to doing them.
Yeah.
Like Nano's
So just grind lots of 1v1s or something. Like what do you actually do?
like it's just kind of like things like, for example, he doesn't like pre-split his units at all, and he tends to move them around in groups. Which, like, yeah, it's hard to pre-split. Like, not everyone can do it, but like, he doesn't try to at all, so his units always like end up clumped. And he also like, if he has Marauders and Marines, he'll usually move them back like together rather than control clicking the Marines and moving them back so that the Marauders tank the damage. Just stuff like that. That's not like, it's not insanely hard to control click Marines, but you just have to get used to doing it is the thing.
Yeah. But like, do you ever play micro trainers?
I used to a lot.
Simulators.
I used to do
Or
like
do you
the
do- yeah.
Marine Split Challenge one.
Yeah. You should get him on that. Or just have him, I'll just have him practice against me. You can do it in Unit Tester too, I think, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I usually don't use Unit Tester as much because it's not as like unpredictable. Like the Marine Split Challenge one, it's like the billions come in from random sides, so it's a lot more like on your feet, like it would be in an actual game.
Okay.
But yeah, if Nano's micro just gets a bit better, I feel like he'd be really good. Because his multitasking is okay, and his macro is like really good.
Yeah.
And if you add a bit of micro to someone who's already good at macro and multitasking, then like you have a really strong player.
Now, is that normal for Terrans, or is it what's normal?
Uh,
Like, are you normally going to be the macro guy?
I feel like a lot of Terrans want to play like a macro style, but the thing is like Terran can't get to like a macro late game without any micro.
Okay.
Like if we look at like players like say Marine King, like Marine King was a really awesome Terran because he had great micro and could survive till the late game. Whereas like other Terrans of his era really struggled because they didn't have the micro that allowed them to last that long.
Yes. So TVZ, it is my favorite matchup, so I'm very thankful tonight. I get to watch lots of blood spill on both sides. With the Bioterran versus the Zerg with the Roaches. And then top left, it's Fizben.
Oops. Alright, and in the bottom right we have the purple Terran, Nano.
So, it's 2-1 for the Terran, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think Nano's probably going to just do the same thing again.
Yeah. I'd really like to see Fizben change it up a bit, and it looks like he has, going for that hatch first.
Yes, good. Okay.
So yeah, like if he gets some more units out at the right times, if he macros a bit better, I feel like, and also if he goes for Ling Bane, which I think is going to be a weak point for Nano, I think he can do a lot better.
He could, like, honestly, even if he has, like, a bust build planned, this could be it, even though he's kind of done on bust build, right? Hasn't he already kind of done a Roach Ravager bust? That didn't work. That was last game, right? That was one of these.
What the fuck?
Now, I love seeing the Baneling Nest, but we haven't seen the Baneling Nest in the early game. Bug. Smack it. Kill it.
My god.
Did we not kill it?
Someone hit like change game speed. I didn't even know that was a thing. What the fuck?
Okay. Is it a bug?
For Strife, we're gonna have to kick him.
Is it just really laggy, or what's going on?
Someone changed the game speed to fast from faster.
Oh no. And we didn't notice. I didn't notice. Okay. Someone's trying to be a troll. Understand me?
Okay.
Not this guy.
Alright, so we will well, remake, I guess. Oh jeez. Yeah, so I guess you can change the game speed to faster in game for some reason.
Oh, really?
Like who? What the fuck?
Thank you, StarCraft. But why couldn't we just? Oh, was it paused? It was paused at some point.
I paused it after. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone just left.
Yeah. So did you notice right away?
Or I seen like I didn't. I seen the thing pop up and I was like, what the fuck? Because it said game speed changed to faster. Okay.
Alright. So, I don't think we'll see a 3-rack Reaper. I don't think we'll see a Baneling bus. I think we're going to see a Roach bus. We will see. A lot of 2-player maps, so I think it favors kind of if you're going to cheese or be aggressive, it favors that. Right? Because this is another 2-player map, I think, yeah.
The rush distance on this map is a bit larger than most of the other maps, so not really going to be as strong for like any bust play, I guess I would say. Which might be why Fizben actually went for, or was going to go for a hatch first in the game before.
Yes. Good luck, have fun. So a better introduction, hopefully, for this man, the hope, the only one. The Zerg that's still playing the video game. It's Fizben.
And in the bottom right, one of the millions of Terrans that you see on ladder every day, it is Nano. Have you noticed that though? Like, I feel like half my games now are like TBTs.
Now, sometimes I like to just check the APM tab to see who's really spamming the keys. Nano's scorching hot.
Chris, what's the thing for APM? I can't remember.
Yes, he's got M.
M.
74. He's gone. He's got that barracks down. He knows what he's. Yes.
And now Fizben's
Sure.
on top. Go.
Yes.
Oh, now he's catching up. He's right behind Fizben in his APM. Oh, he's taking the lead.
Yes. That's what I mean is that I think they're pretty evenly matched, but I think Fizben has a slight edge with the micro, and I think Nano has a slight edge with the macro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's showing it. Macro wins.
And
When you play many games back to back, macro actually is pretty good.
yeah. And especially I find Fizben's kind of like decisions that he's made, like game wise, haven't necessarily been the greatest throughout this. Like for example, like going for suboptimal builds, stuff like that. Going for that roach bust, which didn't really work out. Like that was kind of I don't want to say a cheese, but like he didn't see what his opponent was doing, so it was hard for him to necessarily like once you've committed to it, like you can't just be like, okay, I guess I'll go home.
So, a quick factor, kind of. I think this might be quicker than normal, right? Because normally he would have his second barracks at this point.
Yeah.
So this could be a Hellion build.
Yeah, I was thinking the same the game before that Nano did this, but it did turn out to be tanks with reactive marines.
Yeah.
This
But
type of
gonna be Hellion.
yeah, this like quick tank style was really popular near the start of Legacy. Mostly because like Roach Ravager was so common, and there's so many like Roach busts people would do. So yeah, as we've seen in that previous game, it did hold that off really well.
Yeah.
And that Reaper here damaged a couple
Yeah.
drones. I think it killed one actually.
It's really important for the Zerg to scout this, because if you don't know that the Hellions are coming, they're just going to destroy mineral lines. So like, Fizben has an Overlord kind of nearby, but I don't think he's actually going to be able to see it in time. And the Hellions are going to be able to get right across the map. There's no Overlord really to see the Hellions until they're right at Fizben's front door.
Yeah, and this, as you're saying, like this could be really bad if you don't have the right units up. Like Hellions will just roast like 7 or 8 drones.
And part of the problem is that he pulled completely off of gas, which is good if you're going to make lots of links. Like sometimes I just make lots of links, and if he makes lots of links right now, he'll survive. But I don't think he knows yet. You kind of got to be ready for stuff like this and always be scouting the front.
Yeah, I would say Hellions have really started to come back in the ZVT meta as of recent. So definitely something that you should be expecting as like something that can come out. Alright, so we see Nano picking off all those lings, not really taking much damage on these Hellions. They're still pretty healthy. And no more lings on the way, actually.
No.
And yeah, this is gonna
It's just
get a
Queens.
lot.
Queens is a good response. And you gotta... Not pulling your drones is kind of okay in this situation because you don't want them to clump.
Yeah, but still,
Something
7
on the
drones
ground
going
that
down.
just- yeah, you need something to defend.
The thing is, like, Queens are a good choice for dealing with Hellions. Oh, these Hellions are actually trapped here, I think. Oh, no, there's a way. But, like, they don't do damage very fast. They are very tanky, and they can do a lot of damage over time. But, like, all the Hellions need is 5 or 6 seconds to get into that
So
drone
now I
line.
know that Nano's just been practicing the Hellion micro this whole time.
Yeah, like, he did pretty
Yeah,
good with
sure.
those Hellions.
Yeah.
A lot of kills
This
on
one with
them.
12 kills, yeah, 12 kills. That guy's pretty cool.
He's in the red.
Yeah. He's special.
Yeah.
He's gonna go kill more. But the queens, now that the queens are out though, this is really good defense. He's fine. The Zerg is not gonna die. But at least it denies the creep. The really good thing is that this stops the creep. So it's gonna at least harass the queens every once in a while, but he's gonna lose a couple. He's not losing them.
Yeah. We also have Banshee coming in here too, and I don't think there's any Spore Crawlers up.
Yeah. So that going Howling Banshee is a really good answer. This is something I see on ladder a lot actually.
Oh, he's actually aggroed on that queen, and even though Nano shift clicked on the drones, he's gonna kill the queen first.
And you gotta build spores, but he's kind of panicking. Fizben's not making any detection. Yeah, he's gotta at least make a layer. At least make a layer would be good.
Spores are coming up now, but pretty late. And this is a lot more drones that are gonna go down in addition to the 7 that were killed off earlier.
Okay.
The thing is, though, while Nano's been out here pressuring, he has been macroing at home, which is, like we see all these barracks coming down.
Might just have panic too much, because he's not making, he only has one spore, it's in his natural. I want to make sure he makes the layer. I'm worried that he may not have realized that he didn't make a layer.
Alright, finally kills that Banshee. And we don't see any more Banshees on the way. So Fizben's safe for now.
Okay, so actually he might just be planning to go into normal macro build. There we go. So normally, I think some people go mech after this, at this point, and then, again, Nano's going bio. But after that opening, you can go mech, right?
Yeah, you can if you'd like. It's good because if you do get a lot of drone kills, it allows you to, like, play into a mech game, because mech's always, in Legacy of the Void anyways, at a disadvantage versus Zerg. Because Zerg has...
That's why this build is really good, because it kind of keeps the Zerg pinned back really, really nicely. Like, the Zerg doesn't really know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And he's making tons and tons of structure. He's making more barracks. So he's going to be plenty okay. He's still on 2 bases. He's got to get the 3rd at some point.
Yeah, he has his 3rd CC, just hasn't landed it anywhere.
Okay. That's not so bad, because the Zerg is still stuck on 3 bases and he did a lot of damage.
And 2 medevacs full of Marines here heading out.
Okay. And Fizben live blocked. Making 1 overload. That may not be enough. Oh, it is. He has to make units, though. He's not making units.
Yeah, what does Fizben have at the moment? 22 Zerglings. And most of them are by Nano's ramp here by the natural.
I think for Zerg it's really hard because you don't know a lot of these maps are kind of non-standard maps. So it's like you don't know where to put your overlords on a lot of these maps.
Yeah. Right,
and this is kind of why dropping like this is going to do really well.
Okay, so a bunch of links coming here. Ooh, those Widowmine shots actually getting okay connections. Some of them killing the Marines, but still okay. 12 and 7 kills on them.
So he's getting Baneling speed this game. So he's making Banelings. He's going to be just fine. But he keeps bleeding drones, and it's really paying. He's down 10 supply. The counterattack with no Baneling speed, completely off creep. I don't know if this is gonna. He accidentally runs into a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that he wasn't thinking that he could kill that. I don't think that was enough Banelings, obviously. There wasn't.
I guess, like, 2 supply depots, a couple Marines there, like...
It's kind of a cute idea, but, like, just use the link. The link would be done probably better.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to invest in that many Banelings on just a counterattack. Especially when, like, I don't know, we will see.
There's a lot of lings out now for Fizben, 68 in total.
Okay, and he's doing kind of the same strat as last time.
Yeah.
If
these Banelings, or if these Widowmines, sorry, aren't burrowed, this could be really bad for Nano.
He really wants to kill the... If you think about it, is he really going to go for the actual...
And this could be really bad. Baneling's rolling up here. Nano's not splitting, and look at all these units just dying.
That's why Baneling's speed is so good. Just keep going. Don't worry about the mine. I hope he keeps going. He's going to keep going.
Oh,
just go. He can split. He splits into the main. This is a good split. He's dealing damage at in the net while the Bane's in the main. Oh, SCVs are all gonna die.
Oh god. Huge amount of SCVs dying there, but that was a lot of army from Fizben. Even though this killed a lot of stuff, that was a lot of units he traded there.
And he's actually doing really well. The Zerg, look at the Zerg. So even though it took damage, that's kind of part of the strategy from the Terran, doing the Howling Banshee opener, is that you're susceptible this kind of counterattack.
Yeah, and those SCVs are gonna walk right towards the banelings. I don't know what they were doing, but
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. With the baneling speed, it makes everything worth it.
yeah.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, that Bane was, or the Widowmine was really close to getting a really good shot off, and kind of really stopping that whole push. And Bane's rolled goodbye. Okay, and now he's taking the Zerg's trying to knock down the middle rocks, which for some apparent reason is important. Let's do that.
Alright,
And he's gonna do, it turns out that he's right on the net.
run by into the third base. Meanwhile, Nano's army is sieging up Fizben's third base.
Okay. Yes.
This can be tough. Nano has a lot of,
2-2.
or 5 or 6 Marauders with this army.
1-1. It's basically 1-1 from the Zerg, so he's an upgrade behind. Two upgrades behind. But with Baneling speed, you can micro.
Oh, and a huge Widowmine shot, killing almost everything there.
But it does take. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh no! Too much damage. Oh no!
Both players are on really low economies at the moment.
Yeah. So those Widow Mines. The Widow Mines are so good in this situation, and you have to be really good at cleaning up Widow Mines as a Zerg. And he's not cleaning up the Widow Mines, so they're just going to stay there and get more kills.
Alright. We only have 12 workers on the map here for Nano, but he does have mules.
Mules. Yeah, see, this is why being kind of in these situations of this turn is good, because you have mules. And you can always just lift your building.
Yeah.
Like that one Zergling that's attacking his natural stealth. Oh, just died to the Widowmine.
Oh god. There's one Widowmine, like, right there that could...
I don't think you can see it. It's okay.
That still killed, like, 5 or 6 Banelings there.
Yes.
And, the Terran army is so cost efficient already, like...
Oh. Yes. Yeah, so... I like if you notice, Fizben has been doing better job with creep sweat. If you look at this now, he's spending scans on creep. He's checking what army is. This is good for the Zerg, but he doesn't have enough units, and he took too much. He's kind of choked. He's choked. He can't expand. And
he doesn't have any more Banelings, and this army of upgraded bio is just going to keep shredding through these things.
Oh, Widowmine's good.
And GG is called.
Yes.
That was a pretty close last game, and Nano manages to take the series. Let it be known.
But he made Baneling, so I'm happy. And it kind of worked for a while. Right?
Okay. Alright. So that's the end of the series, and Nano takes the victory with a 3-1 sweep.
I'm gonna get. I want to take Nano, and start doing customs or whatever you said. What's that thing? Is there anyone where I can control the Banelings?
If you do unit trainer, you can, or not unit trainer, unit tester. Sorry.
But you're saying that would be bad for Nano?
I guess if you're just gonna try to practice like the splits themselves, it's fine. But yeah, I think splitting to be.
Yeah, because I need the practice. Like everyone, that's helpful for me.
All right. So yeah, that'll be it for our broadcast today. Thanks for helping me cast, Tool. So it was great casting with you.
That was fun. ZBC is awesome. Tearing them back. Tearing them back. Okay.
Right.
Good game.
See you later, everyone.
Peace.